leaps forward towards himself, just a cold stare into the king's soul. All aura gathered into one final strike. The entire arena erupts, ground scorched into a lava pit. Netero looks 100 years old now. On his last breath, is it over? Meruem wasn't some ordinary villain. Nah, this was a dude who told his mum to shut up before he was born. So when they told Netero he was too old for the job, that he'd get smoked before he even sniffed the king, Netero said,
"It became personal with me."
Man hung up the phone, got a fresh cut, and became the only man arrogant enough to laugh in the face of a king who defied biology itself. Forget a training arc, Netero made his own. And this ant right here, he even watched his own twin get murked right in front of him. But it got to a point where Netero wasn't sparring with ants anymore. This was the king, the monster born to rule the world. You got Meruem sitting in the iconic stance like, "Aye, what's the point of fighting this random you?" But Netero, he ain't here to play. He's like, "If you can get me to admit defeat, I'll tell you the name your mother gave you." The king pauses, admit defeat. Before he even finishes the thought, boom, Netero leaps into the air. And the first move, you already know the first move is nuts when they got the craziest name you ever heard. Hands start flying, thousands, tens of thousands. Meruem finally catches one hand, tries to push it back with all his might. Look at his face. Since when have we ever seen the king show any sort of effort? He fails to keep the hand away. Slam! Straight into the ground. Checkmate. And Netero, eyes closed, body locked in, hands moving like he's Mozart about to give the craziest performance of the 18th century. A wide angle shot, battlefield drowning in smoke. Every single blow smashing the ground apart. Then boom! They slam so hard the floor collapses, dropping into some shadow realm filled with endless pillars. The dust clears, and the king, not a scratch, not a bruise, just straight fuming. Meruem's like, "Oh nah, this is a tomb." Netero, unfazed.
"Yours, as a matter of fact."
Formation again. Meruem goes flying through one pillar, then another, slamming through like a WWE highlight reel. The king stands up, blitz exchange. The king charges, slap, he's denied, charges again, slam, denied. It's a rhythm now. King blitz, Netero clap. King blitz, Netero clap. Until, perfect, Netero traps in between the hands, crush, straight into a pillar, leaps forward towards himself, just a cold stare into the king's soul. All aura gathered into one final strike. The entire arena erupts, ground scorched into a lava pit. Netero looks 100 years old now. On his last breath, is it over? No! Footsteps. The king walks out, untouched, ready for the smoke. And here comes the monologue, talking about evolution, humanity. But nobody cares, because what follows is the coldest scene in anime history. Netero's eyes, black, face, stone cold. He whispers,
"You know nothing of the bottomless malice within the human heart."
For the first time, the king feels fear. Netero pierces his own heart. A final resort against such a deadly foe. The ultimate trump card is triggered. Meruem tries to take off, tries to get away as quickly as possible. But it's too late. From the very beginning, the checkmate never belonged to the ant. Bam! An explosion so big, so lethal, it leaves nothing but hellfire and lava. So the king wins, right? He survived the zero hand. He's a little banged up from the bomb, but Poof and Youppi patch him up good as new. It's over. Nah. Turns out the chairman was already in that last dance MJ zone. The rose bomb wasn't just a bomb, it was a message laced with poison straight from the darkest corners of the human heart. Just like he promised. Meruem, Poof, Youppi, Komugi, all of them dead later on. And that's when you realize my man Netero moves like prime MJ.